Hello and welcome to our 5th edition of the AGEU Amateur Weekly. We have got 3 games for you today. We used to start from the semi-final and then just do a semi-final and the final, but today we're starting from the quarters, so you get an extra game, an extra wonderful game, and today it features none other than our favourite shoutcaster, Jebro. He is playing in the tournament. I am joined today in shoutcasting by a good friend of mine, Aeyana.
You're right there, guys.
So we'll be casting this for you today. So we'll have one quarter final, we'll have one semi-final, and we'll have the final. We'll try and get to as many teams as we can. I know we've got some interesting comps in here today, so we'll get these done. We've got first up we are going to be going through Unity against Made in Kit, a French team that themselves are doing very well in the Highway to Wipe Renewal French tournament that was on last night as well. So we've got that going. We have got... It's a best of 3, starting with the usual map rotation. So we've got Forest, then we've got Legacy, and then moving on to Kylo if we need a game 3. I will point out in this match that Unity did form as a PvP team less than 3 hours ago. So this is really their first time as a competitive team together. Jebro's first time in a tournament in a long time as far as I'm aware. I know he's been in a couple of ESLs before, but first time in a while. We will go through the builds in just a second. Let me just make sure. There's usually some volume issues, so let me just make sure Aeyana is turned up. Okay, we'll go through the builds. Aeyana, I'll start with red team. You want to go through blue team quickly? After that, so we'll start. We'll start now. Hold on, let me just. We'll start now. We'll start with Ravin Deathborn on red team. So we're going here straight into. Bear with me, just advertising myself. We are starting straight in with the Condi Necro, playing with the Nightmare Runes, the Carrion Amulet. We've got the Staff, and we've got the Scepter Dagger. Huge Condi pressure when played correctly, but entirely reliant on great positioning, really. It's a build that, while immensely powerful, and we've seen people like Nos have great success with it, struggles when played badly. So we'll have to see. I've played with Ravin before. I know that he can play this very well, so we'll have to watch and see how this blends in their new team formation. So he's playing the 06404, so he's got the Path of Corruption, so you turn those conditions into boons, and we've got the Reaper's Protection there, so that is, you get that extra fear when disabled. So that is taken instead of Greater Mark, so he's gonna, his mark's gonna be, I believe, a bit smaller, but that extra random fear, especially when it happens on things like Thief Steals and things like that, can be really annoying to builds on the other side. Then we'll move into QQMore, playing the 01616 off guard. So you've got the Pack Runes, you've got the Berserker Amulet. He's playing the Hammer version of this build, so sometimes this is the more popular version at the minute, with that Glacial Heart trait for the extra chill. We've got the air and the intelligence on both sets, actually, playing with the Scepter and the Focus in the other hand. So you've got that. So he's going to be able to keep himself up a little bit with all the healing coming from his meditations. But he can also do a hell of a lot of damage as well.
Ring of Warding in there as well, combined with Judge's Intervention, can make some great plays.
You can. We'll have to see how he uses that, because you're right. That Ring of Warding is one of the best denial skills in game. You can totally lock a player out of a point with a good use of that. Stop anybody getting in for a res and things like that. It can be very well used. So we'll have to see how that one works out. Then we've got the Fiery Theory playing Staff Ellie, interestingly with Rune of the Dolyak. So basically, playing it's almost essentially how how a Death Guard used to play, in that it's going to be very supportive, but it's not going to do all that much other than keep other people up, really. I mean, it's got lots of AoE skills, so it might still be able to apply some cleave and damage, but its damage isn't going to be as high as maybe some other Ellies will be. He is playing Celestial, so he is still going to get up there, but Staff Ellies themselves a little bit different in general. So we'll have to see how that one works out. That is a bit of a different room choice. Playing the 2-0-0-2-6-6, playing with the area attacks with Staff are larger, so that is going to help him get sort of bigger AoEs. He is going to be able to get, you know, more cleave in with that, but we're going to have to see how his damage works out with that.
He's also taking Cleansing Wave over Soothing Disruption, although not as tanky himself, but makes some great area clear of conditions when he changes.
So essentially, again, it's almost mimicking sort of the Condi cleanse and stuff of a Death Guard, right? It's very much a supportive based, keep your allies up sort of build.
Indeed, expecting to see him in a lot of team fights rather than playing the solo Ellie, what you see a lot of Ellies play.
Then we roll on to Jebro, who, like I said, first time I've seen him in a tournament in a long time. Like I said, he did want me to stress that this team was put together for fun, but I can't imagine. I imagine that these guys are all pretty good players themselves. I know that most of them are. He's playing Rifle Celestial, but we do have the Rune of Vampirism on here. So again, another little bit of a different rune set. We've got the when he's struck below 20% health, you become mist. Now, it'll be interesting to see whether he actually plays with that. I don't think he's going to be trolling me.
It's coming a lot more common actually now, especially in ESL. I saw Tex be running with it at the weekend, so could just be following suit and maybe give it a go.
So it's going to be interesting because that's obviously going to give him a bit more escapability when he starts getting low. He's running the usual 60044. Number 8 Power Wrench on his thing there. That's going to give him a shorter recharge time on his shield, so he's going to be able to get his gear shield up more, and that has saved NG's lives countless times. There is, it's one of their best skills. It's just a lifesaver. Obviously, you got that critical hits inflict burning, so again, he's going to be keeping himself up. He's going to be burning a lot of guys all the time. And then we move on to Braden, playing Shoutbow Warrior. So we've got the sword, we've got the warhorn, we've got the longbow. 00464, very much the EU style of playing with the destruction of the empowered. I went over this with Divok in the French stream last night. NA tends to put that final point from discipline, they take that out and they put that into strength for the damage on dodge roll, but you don't see that all that much on EU, and it'll be interesting to see whether maybe more warriors start playing with that. But again, he's going to be keeping himself up in team fights. He's pretty strong 1v1. He's going to be very good against any Condi builds. Basically, he's going to be very good against. He's going to be very good at cleansing conditions off allies, and coupled with that Ellie, they're going to be very strong in team fights in terms of keeping the Condis off of their team. So we'll have to see how they work. Of course, as well, he does have the banner as well. So you're getting, a well-timed banner can swing a team fight. A misused banner can swing a team fight in the other way. So you just cannot understate how important that battle standard is.
Yeah, we're moving on to IKEA now.
Yep, move on to IKEA.
Yeah. So we'll start with Swagmaster. Swagmaster, similar to Braden, is playing the Shout Bow. 00646. Also going for the banner and taking Fear Me instead of On My Mark. Although longer cooldown probably is very clinical in a team fight, can make some great plays, also some great stops. Yep.
The thing with the difference basically between them is that Fear Me, I think, as a utility is better. Like, the 10 stacks of vulnerability is really nice, but the clutch ability that a well-timed Fear Me can place is just incredible. Like a well-timed Fear Me, again, a bit like the banner, you can swing a fight with a well-timed Fear Me. Really, the On My Mark is going to keep Braden. Oh, he's also playing. They're both playing Fear Me.
Yeah, no,
but On My Mark is good in terms of the shorter regen means he's gonna shorter recharge. He's gonna keep his health up a bit more. But I think in a team fight, I think they've both made the right choice here.
Yeah. Then moving on to Kazria, who will today be playing on a Condi Ranger, playing 0266. Not quite familiar with this really on a Condi Ranger. Do know a Tangle can be probably one of the most annoying moves in game.
And it's important to note as well that playing sort of a Condi Ranger, he's playing it with a Celestial Amulet, but that Rune of the Crate and Entangle's only a 48-second recharge. So that is going to be, he's going to be. There's a lot of Condis that you can get off that one.
Yeah. And then moving on to the Platoon. Platoon's playing just a standard DDLE, but he is taking actually Sigil Geomancy instead of what normally would take a battle there. So may have to watch out for that one actually. And also is taking Earth Embrace instead of the protection on the Earth. So an extra stability there. Don't personally think he needs it, but we'll have to see that one. Playing with the Fiery Greatsword as normally, so very mobile, very big around the map. So expecting to see him in team fights, or can also take on the solo plays. Next, moving down to Z's, who's playing Daggered Pistol, and he's actually going for critical strikes over Panic Strike, which you don't really see too many thieves actually taking anymore. Maybe Red Lemon and Cade over on the American side still playing it, but a lot of burst, but not as much survivability. I mean, with the likes of Ravin Death on the other team, and the Condis going around everywhere, this could be fatal for him, but we'll have to see. Also taking Sigil of Blood onto the pistol instead of a Fire Sigil, so in a way not as bursty, but I mean, more survival. So, I mean, trade out Panic Strikes for Executioner, take Sigil of Blood instead of Fire. We'll have to see how that goes. Also taking the Bloodlust Sigil on the bow. So, I mean, if he can get his stomps and stay alive, I mean, this could be deadly, especially playing the Executioner build. And then finally moving on to Abilol, who is again playing DDLE, but he's taking Leeching actually instead of Geomancy this time. So you've got Leeching and Doom here, Rune of the Holbrook, and then again taking 00266, but he's also taking Earth Embrace, so the extra stability over the top. So maybe they're looking at looking at Fear Chains coming from Ravin and stuff like this, or not as much CC, but we'll have to see how this goes.
So that is the builds for these guys. We will... Hold on, let me... Yep, we will get these guys to ready up. And we will... I'll go over the splits as they happen. They should. We are waiting on just a few from each side. Just waiting for the platoon is wet, and then we've got... Okay, so it's just platoon now. And then we will head into this game one. It's going to be interesting to see...
Oh, yeah, he's back.
Yep, it's going to be interesting to see Jebro playing in a game. Obviously, I've played a lot with him, but never in an actual tournament. So we're going to have to see whether he can win himself some prizes now. And again,
I was going to say, Jebro's normally good at spotting out when opportunities are there to go for taking a quick decap and stuff like that. It's like see if it's still happening while he's in the game.
We're gonna play a very aggressive opening here from blue. They are sending Ziz and Abilol across. QQMore also crossing. Neither of them going to engage. Ziz and Abilol from IKEA, letting him cross unimpeded. He's pushing up to mid. Ziz is now going to drop back and push in, and we're going to get Jebro against Abilol here on the mine point. So that is going to give IKEA the unimpeded access to their henge point as Unity push heavily into this mid. They've got 4 guys in here at the minute. Obviously they don't have a thief, so they're going to be a lot slower around the map than Ziz and IKEA are going to be. So we're going to have to see how that focuses into thing as well. They are, because of that, Hazria, the Ranger, can afford to leave their point because they're not going to be able to get any secret decaps. They are, Swaggermaster and Kazria do get on the point just to stop that mid cap from happening. While back here, Jebro handling themselves very well against Abilol over here. This is a good start for him.
Yes, indeed.
They do get mid as well. Red have got mid.
Yeah, Z actually did catch Gaijimor before he actually made it up to mid there. Pushing Gaijimor to actually use the early elite, so maybe he could be a target here. Running out of cooldowns fast. There we go, and he's down. Sorry, he survived that. Wow, that was very clutch.
Ravin has been feared off and is down as well. So QQMore, you're right. Totally out of cooldowns now though. Full health, but entirely out of cooldowns. Really needs to try and stay near his. He's gonna. If you see this, he's staying next to his Ellie and Warrior. They're gonna be able to keep him up, and you know his damage is gonna be a little low while he sort of waits for his cooldowns to come back. But hanging near his Ellie's, his Ellie and his Warrior, he's gonna be kept up strongly. They're staying in this game despite. Oh, Jebro now. There comes in that Rune of Vampirism. Abilol is right back in this, and Jebro is gonna have to pull out, and that is gonna give IKEA the side caps. They do have Ravin coming in on respawn though, so Jebro's going to double back and they're going to 2v1 this, The cap is going to go just, but Ravin and Jebro together should be able to take out Abilol relatively quickly. The Ellie with all those boons are well placed. We do have the corrupt boon going, and it does hit, so we do get that poison on. Abilol should be taken out after this a little bit. We've got Braden down on mid now as well. Platoon gets the decap there. Fiery Theory having to pull off as well. He's getting very low. Sizz just training him, just takes him out. Geishamore again on respawn is pushing down. We're getting it looks like a massive team fight about to break out over on this mine point with Swagmaster in as well.
Unity here having a bit of cone vision. Maybe need to break out this point with far free for them. They could look for maybe getting the decap and pushing over. They don't want to put all the focus into this point.
They do. They've got Jebro and the Fiery Theory now on respawn. So you have to imagine that one of them after sort of. Geishamore actually looks like he may be going for it straight away. Geishamore is going for it. He will be able to get that decap. No one on blue team is going to be able to get over there quick enough. Not even Ziz. He's still basically on mine point. So we do have Braden here on mid. He's 1v1 against Platoon at the minute, but Kazuya Wilderness is going to come in. He's going to be stuck in a 2v1. It's going to be interesting to see whether Ziz pulls into this fight just to secure the kill, or if he's going straight over to Far. He's going to push straight over to Far as well. They have the decap. Jebro's come over. This is going to be a 2v2. Geishamore gets that immobilize and the knockback on Swagmaster and gets the Ring of Warding in, but Swagmaster gets his Fear off and stops the DPS coming in from straight away, and that effectively nullifies that Ring of Warding there. Ziz now as well.
Swagmaster came over there just in the nick of time. With Swagmaster on point and Z, as long as he can stay out the cleave damage, could put some real damage in here. Geishamore still has his elite, but all his virtues on cooldown. He could be a target, and there goes the elite. This could
we do have Swagmaster and Ziz. Swagmaster is able to. They're just not able to. Unity just can't get the focus out to take out Swagmaster. Ziz as a thief, you know, a lot of people say that Thief is sort of countered by off guard, but he is doing very well today against Geishamore. Ziz is, you know, he's dipping in and out. He's not getting caught in the combat too long. Geishamore, they're immobilized for a long time, and he's taken out. So he's gone.
On mid, Unity have actually pushed them off and taken mid in a 3v2 situation, which does mean they can now go over and help plus the Far, but we'll have to see what's happening.
They are going to have the Fiery Theory here moving into mine, but you're right. They've already got both Ellies from blue team are already over here. So Abilol was on the point already. The platoon has dropped in, you know, straight away, and now it's a 2v1 again. Red team getting caught pretty slowly. Blue team just very quick, moving around the map. And again, Braden's having to cap this point that they've got. Jebro is down and is being bled off point here, so he's going to be out the map for 15 seconds. They have got the decap now with Ravin coming in as well. They've got a team fight going on over here. Ziz is back in though.
3 + 3 equal numbers.
Ziz is back in. He's going to take out the Fiery Theory, so it is going to swing in favour of blue team again. Fiery Theory, they're going to need to get the res here, but I don't know if they're going to have the pressure. Ravin's going for the plague res, but he does get stomped out anyway. Platoon gets the stomp. Ravin's going to drop very soon as well. He's running out of options. We do have Abilol had to just kite off point a little bit there, getting focused a little bit by Ravin. We've got Geishamore on point as well. Swagmaster's dropped in too, so Blue's still getting more reinforcements. Jebro's created on point, so he's respawned to come in as well. And on respawn, the Fiery Theory going to sneak he should be able to get the full cap over here. Henge left uncontested.
Past them there, coming out there with this exit as spawn. But also on mid, you have Kajmir facing off against the shout bow, which you'd normally put in favour of the shout bow, but Kajmir is doing some absolutely great kiting. Braden's looking weak, running out of cooldowns quickly. Demobilises on point. Managing to do very well here.
Braden very much playing on the point. He's going to have to start, and Platoon come in to 2v1 this, and I believe Ziz is here as well, so Braden's going to go. Braden, I think there was caught with the tunnel vision of having to keep that point capped in his favour. He needed to kite around the area a bit more. He was just getting caught right in all of that sort of, all of the pressure there. Fiery Theory keeping this one cap that they have, and Blue are going to let them have it. They're just going to trade for the other two cap. They're keeping mine. Mine is, you know, they're defending that one with their life. Abilol staying near there, and again we've got Braden still bleeding out here. Jebro trying to come in. Ziz has had to pull onto the point with Ravin there. They may get this decap again. It's going to be close. Kazri is going to pull up. Platoon is there as well. Are they going to get it? They are going to get it. They are going to get the decap again. So we are fighting 1 point against each, but they are 150 odd points behind almost.
Gajimori is getting low on cooldowns here. Heals coming off. He's gone down. Stomped out by the platoon, and he's got it yet. It's looking
He's
like we're
gone.
going to try and quickly clear this up and then push off. No, but everyone's run off from point, actually. They've gone for the kills over the top of the cap. Rabbit now keeping low. Jebro trying to get out of there as well, being chased by ZZ.
Yep, we do have blue team basically now. They are just trying to get red team low before they can even get to the point. Raven's being bled off point as well. Platoon Fiery Theory's coming in for the res, but Raven is stomped out. Raven's gone, and that's going to take out a lot of their on point pressure. And we've now got Braden. We've got Braden here hanging out on point, but Ziz as well still here, getting pretty low, but it's really focusing Fiery Theory down here.
Now Gaishimo's looking for going for the decap. Actually, just got an absolutely amazing ring of warding off on Abilol there. With the immobilize as well, but it doesn't look like he can do enough to stop him from getting to the point. So we are looking for a 1v1 between Gaishimo and Abilol, which you would normally put in the favour of Abilol here.
Raven on respawn could have come out there and maybe 2v1. It is going to be 2v1 back in favour of blue team as well. With them sort of comfortably being in charge of this mid fight, they've been able to push Swagmaster back off of mid and to be able to 2v1 home. Raven's come in, but he's a bit late, and they do have Braden coming in as well. So this will be a 3v2 in their favour briefly, but they're going to lose their far point again.
Braden's coming now to +1 the situation as well. Abilol's still on point, but as playing a DDL, he should be able to keep hold of this for quite a while. Although saying that, Unity have got the decap on both mid and far now, and are the only people ticking at the moment.
Yeah, will Kazria is actually just going to recap mid again. They've lost Gaishimore. Jebro has only just respawned. He went down on mid as well. So we do have 1 point ticking in favour of each team, but if, blue team, they may start struggling on this point. It's going to be interesting to see how they do. They do have the survivability. They do have the survivability to win this though. And Raven has dropped. Raven's dropped, and Ziz is going to get the stomp on him. So Raven's gone, and again this is going to swing back in favour of blue team. And I wonder if this is just, personally, I think that the Thief is one of the most important classes in a team. Either the Thief is the first class on my team sheet, if you were. They are going to try and get Fiery Theory back up here, but the cleave is real, and I think no, Jebro drops and Braden drops, trying to get that res. Oh, they're going to have a team wipe here, trying to get this res, and that is unfortunate. That is going to be, I believe, that is going to be the end of the game here. Really, realistically, from red team. I mean, they haven't played badly, but blue team very strong in their rotations here.
Yeah, no, back to the Thief point though, I do completely agree. I think maybe the lack of Thief here on the Unity side has maybe cost them. I mean, there has been some chances for some decap opportunities and stuff like that, but I mean, if you look at the setup they're actually running, they've just not got anyone quick enough there. ZZ can always get to him, and both the DD Ellies can always are pretty much faster than this team. The only person you could argue who has got who is a quick mover on the team is maybe Braden, but I mean, he is crucial to their team fights as well. So they've just been out-rotated here, and it's been a great play by Ikea. Yeah,
we do have, so that is a victory then, 224 to 500 in favour of Ikea. So we'll just change this score on over, so we'll change this one. That is made in kit Ikea 1-0 up on Unity. I believe we do have information from the one of the round of 8 Rice squad have gone through 2-0 against Legion Sidera. So that's going to be an interesting one. We might have to see how they do, because they're playing a very interesting double lich comp. So we might have to see how that goes through. So we'll see them they're going to be through to the semi-final today. We do have to finish this quarter-final off first. I believe we will be getting into game 2 very shortly. We're just waiting for 2 guys left on blue team who have seemingly left the arena.
Maybe for a class change. Maybe they've just heard us on the whole Thief thing. I mean, I do know Jebro does.
He has been training as Thief. He has been doing a lot of Thief training lately. So whether he comes back on Thief, I don't know. They do need to. I think, personally, I do think Ziz was given too much of a free reign in that last game. His damage. You said maybe with the Sigil of Blood instead of the fire, his damage might be a little bit low. But that executioner. That executioner is, with the 20% extra damage, it really does hit hard.
I think what Unity really need to do here is a few times they did actually get tunnel vision maybe onto one point. Maybe need to break out a little bit more But no, they've actually not. They've actually come back with the exact same composition. Ravin and Jebro have just rejoined the arena. So maybe I think the situation that they are in is the point is they are both looking to play a 2-point strategy here with not much of a celestial composition. So the opener for Unity here is going to be key. We'll have to see what happens. Ravin probably, I do agree, Ravin probably needs to focus on Z some more since he is playing the executioner build. If he can get the conditions up, you would see Z drop quickly without the support of his team. But I think Z is going to be a crucial part to this.
This is going to be a good map for Ziz as well. He's going to be able to move from point to point very quickly, and again that might well snowball this one in favor of them. If I mean, red team can win this one. They have a comp that is going to be very good at holding points when they can get them, and this map is very good for holding points. So if they can get out to a good start, if they can have a good start on this map, they may well be able to snowball this. But it's going to be interesting because they didn't really win many team fights last game, so their focus really needs to get better. Again, we'll point out that Maiden Kit have been a team for a little bit now, play together regularly, entered lots of tournaments. They're one of the favourites for the French tournament, whereas Unity are a freshly put together team that Jebro decided to put together just for this tournament. So we do have to give them credit in that they are very much holding their own against a team that do play together very regularly.
No, I completely agree there. Jebro's actually just changed to an Azure. Maybe actually Jebro has changed build now.
Yep, he'll be playing. Yep, this is his bomb celestial kit. So basically, he's going to be using that bomb kit for his. For starters, it's a lot of extra point pressure. The bombs are very, very powerful on point, but he can also stack a lot of might with that. He's got a video up of it up on his YouTube, which many people have watched already, and I'm sure many people will be able to go watch soon. But he can stack a lot of might very quickly with that build. Like sort of, you know, regular Celestial NG is known for stacking might as well, but you know he's got some extra ways to do it with the use of the fire field on the bombs and all that lot. Although he has actually gone again, so
maybe switching back, or maybe looks like they are talking as a team and talking it over and see what they want to do differently here.
We will. It's just going to be another game or two. We do have a bit of chat. It looks like Don't Know What to Do also got through to round of 8, so it is Don't Know What to Do beat the Flaming Fist 2-0 as well. So that sets them up. So Don't Know What to Do will be facing the winner of this game in the semi-final. So it's going to be either Unity or Maiden Kit facing Don't Know What to Do in the semi-final. While Rice Squad, I believe, have Everest's Pirates after a disqualification to the other team. So I'll just set that through as well, because I believe that was the result.
Okay, quickly while you go through that, Jebro has actually now come back and he's actually changed to a DPS card, so they will be running a double DPS card setup now.
Interesting.
Dropping the energy completely.
That gives them more DPS, and it also might make Ziz's life a little bit harder. I mean, he did well with one DPS guard, but 2 DPS guards might be making him sweat a little bit. They can do a lot of damage in a very short space of time, and he's not going to be able to avoid all of it. Alright, we're just waiting for 2 guys to ready up, Ravin and Braden, and then we'll be going with this second game.
Right, guys, we are back to full teams now. We are just waiting for the ready up, so hopefully we'll get this underway for you soon.
The other semi-final, by the way, will be Rice Squad against Everest's Pirates. So we might well go watch that game next, so we can get more teams in. We do have the match just about to kick off here. It's going to be interesting to see how the 2 DPS guards split here. Whether they keep all the DPS together just to nuke a point, or whether they split them up to keep the DPS spread out. We'll see. It's kicking off in just 1 second. And here we go. We have got a very aggressive split. They're not even going for their own home point. They are splitting 3-2 mid and far. They are giving up Quarry to try and take out Kazria very quickly on Waterfall and win that one. That is a very aggressive, very Very fun split by red team, I think.
Jebro jumped straight with the Ring of Warding on Swagmaster, but did just get feared away straight away and diverted most of the damage there. So that was great plays by Swagmaster.
Kazria also surviving quite well. The Condi NG, a very survivable build usually, but played with Celestial maybe not so much, but he's really doing very well to keep himself alive. And he's got Ravin down to half health as well, and Ziz has come in now as well. So Ravin and Geishmore's actually taken out almost immediately there. I believe we had a huge hit there from the guys of Wars. Kazria is very close to going down, but we do have Jebro, and he's going for the res. Is he going to be able to get it? It's going to be very close. Jebro's lost half his health as well with Kazria. He's had to pull off the res. Kazria's very close to going down. Ravin's dropped as well. And again, Kazria's gone down, but it's all about who can get the stomp or the res now. Geishmore goes down, and that's going to get Kazria up, and this is going to swing back in favour of blue team again. This was a great recovery by blue team. It looked like red team might well be able to get that engagement, but they just couldn't get the kill on Kazria quick enough.
And this is where they're in danger. With 3 people down on this map, we could be looking at a snowball here. As Abilol now does push back to far point, waiting for the respawns of Unity, and in mid, hoping maybe to clear that up as they do start to push towards it. And we could be looking at an early 3-cap here without Unity, without even a point on the board. We
do have Braden and the fiery theory here. Ziz is going to try and take him out. He does take him out. We got more huge damage there. More huge damage coming out there from Ziz, I believe. I'm just trying to have a look, see if we can see. Oh, that was a decent chunk of damage very quickly. Jebro's gone down again. He's just respawned. The fiery theory is down on point, and you're right. The three cap is coming here. We've got Ziz here, 2v1ing against Ravin. He's just jumped in to help Kazria, who was struggling against Ravin there, but some huge damage again from Ziz, and Ziz is really the key member of this team. He is properly turning these team fights in favour of his side.
Unity are pushing some players towards it now. Braden does have his banner off cooldown if it is going to come.
They do get the decap as well. The banner, was the banner? He doesn't have the banner coming out, and Ravin, I don't think he's going to go for it. He's just going to let Ravin go out. Kazria is so close to dropping there as well. Oh, he goes for the banner and it doesn't happen. He doesn't get up. He doesn't res him all the way. He waited. You're right. He waited too long. They are going to go for the hard res now. They do get that off. Jebro very close to going down. That was. He waited a few seconds too long though for that banner. And in mid we do have Geishmore against Swagmaster 1v1 as well. So again, this team fight, we've got Platoon close to going down, Ravin's close to dropping, Kazria's down. Red team might actually be able to get this. Jebro is still up somehow.
Jebro survival specialist. Although he is out of cooldowns, he'll just come off cooldown. Did he just interrupt that heal then? Did he try to heal interrupt that?
Oh, he's gonna drop. Oh, he does cleanse the conditions, but he's waiting for an 18-second cooldown on his heal now. He needs to break combat, and he needs to do it quickly. Geishmore does get the decap on Abilor, while Abilor was taking out the door down here, so we do have only 1 point ticking, and they do have points on the board. Whether, you know, we've seen lots of comebacks happen on this game. It's not over just yet. We do have a 2v1 here. Geishmore needs to pull off point. Ravin needs to really needs to get the pressure out on Abilol before Platoon gets in. Fiery Theory taken out by Ziz, and we're gonna have a 3v2 here. Ziz again is gonna swing this team fight in favor of his team again. Abilol, we're gonna have a 4v2 here with Swagmaster taking out the stomp. He's gonna pull in and just clean up this map with Geishmore gone down as well. Ravin is gonna get very close to dropping, and it's out of cooldowns as well. He's gonna go down. We're gonna have a 3-man wipe here on favor for blue, and we do have Braden against Kazria as well. He lost this 1v1 earlier, and he's doing a little bit better here, but he is also struggling. He's down to 10k health. He doesn't have any shouts left. He's running out of options in terms of Condi cleanse, and Kazria is just going to keep stacking those bleeds right back on. And Swagmaster is back over here. Ziz also turned up, but realized he was unneeded and doubled back. We do have a huge push here from red back onto their home point as well.
Ziz is coming over now, maybe just to finish the job. Oh no, double backed again.
I think he realised that we had the double off guard and Fiery Theory pushing back towards quarry point here, and with both Ellies here now, Zizzy's going to need to bring in his DPS. Abilol and Platoon aren't going to be doing. I mean, they will be doing damage, but without those, neither of them running battle sigils, they're not going to be doing huge amounts of damage. They're going to be lacking might stacks a little bit. So we do have, again, we've got a Plague there by Ravin. They've got the decap. They've got Platoon down. They've got Platoon and Abilol both on 50% health. QQMore and Jebro still both quite high. They're going to be able to get close here. But Braden did go down and Kazria got Waterfall back. So that, again, is swinging back in favour of blue team. And
as I said, though, with Ziz before the actual game, he was running a Sigil of Bloodlust on his short bow. And as you can see here, he's managed to get the 4 kills. So he had actually got 4 stacks of Bloodlust up to him, which gives him a 20 in total.
Ravin's down. He's getting rezzed by Jebro. But Jebro's going to get all the damage. And he's going to go down trying to get the res as well. So we got a 2-man again wipe here on... in terms of red team. I believe Ziz there got the interrupt on Jebro getting the res and then immediately downed him straight away afterwards. So that was great play again by Ziz. And QQMore also drops on point, comes in as well.
Braden's tried to make it to Waterfall to get the decap, but Kazia does get on point with an early roots on top of him.
We do have, yep, Braden here, Kazria. It's going to be very interesting again. Braden's not even going to engage that this time. He knows that he's not going to be able to keep up with all that damage, and he's going to come in. He's getting Fiery Theory here is on mid. He's got the decap, but he is going to get 3v1 briefly till Braden can get back in. And Fiery Theory taking a lot of damage in a very short space of time. And he does drop it as well. So again, we do have red team filing out. They've got 3 guys coming out at once, so they are going to be able to push. They are going to get the decap back over on Waterville again, while blue team clean up here. We've got 4 members of blue team all cleaning up midpoint here. With Kazria, they may even
looking like they're going for a Lord Rush.
Kazria may go for a solo Lord Rush here. It looks like he's going to go for that.
Maybe.
Ziz also might be, I think, might be thinking of following up. He is also going. So they've got the decap. They're going to keep this team fight going. Platoon's going to go down. So red team are going to be able to get this waterfall. But we do have a 3-man Lord push here. We've got Kazria in as well as Abilol, and we've got Ziz coming in. So we do have a lot of damage and conditions here.
This could go one of 2 ways. If Unity were to stop this, then I mean, this could literally be the turning point. But they don't look like they're getting anyone back now.
No, that's going to be game over. Now he's going for the heal and he's down. And blue team, a comfortable victory here. Red team there played very, very aggressively to open up. I think they knew coming into this that, you know, with their freshly formed team, they weren't going to be favourites for this one. They played their absolute hearts out, and I do hope that they stick together as a team. I do like seeing Jebro have his own little team going there.